Welcome to the Refractor Line, live every Monday and Wednesday, 5:30 Eastern. Pull the big one!
The Refractor Line, going live now.
Hey, what's up, everybody? You got Mark here from the Refractor Line. You got Doug and Matt on the call. What is up, fellas?
Oh, man. Not much, dude. Got on that NFL all-day drop. I'm feeling very positive. I've been in 3 of them. Finally landed. Finally got one, and it was the rookies and Pro Bowlers gang. And I just opened the pack here right before we launched. And I'm going to be honest, I got Justin Jefferson, very pleased. Devonta Smith, very pleased. Heisman Trophy winner, you know what I mean? And then I got, I just forgot, Chris Jones, defensive tackle. I don't always want defensive tackle cards, but I did okay. Feel very good about my first NFL all day. You know, after 3 whiffs, to finally get one just feels right. Yeah. I don't even care who the players were at this point. But yeah, so I'm having a great Friday. How are you guys doing?
You made it through the week, man. Yeah, and NFL All Day is the NFL version of Top Shot for those interested. But man, I'm happy to get through the week. It's been one of those weeks, you know. It's kind of February, it's winter. It's kind of like, you know, work's kind of kicking back in. And, you know, it's just been a busy week. So kind of happy to kind of Friday's here, the weekend's here. Super Bowl weekend. I'm pumped for it. So
hey, man, and people got their Valentine's Day MetaZoos. So there's those, man. Hope everybody's having big pulls. Hope everybody's pulling the big ones. Matt, I know you were saying.
Yeah, I've had bad luck lately. Yeah, man. Two boxes, 8 non-hollows. So consider that my donation to MetaZoo.
And guys, well, we'll talk about it when we talk about this. But I was the one who said I'm not going to get the boxes. I'll just make the set and do my thing. So we'll see. I might have came out on top here based on what happened to Matt here. But we'll see. Hamwich, what's up? K Hendo, how's it going? Bert, what's up? Doug, we'll teach you how to Dougie. Absolutely. 007, Fur Dog, what's up? What's up? What's up? Juicin, what's up, man? Super Saiyan. So let's start off with, you want to start with poker chips? The big update?
Yeah, man. I'm jazzed. Mark, go ahead and give the people
let's read the updates, guys. So this update came in today, update 21. The add-ons will be, okay, so here, poker chips to be revealed, 6 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, all right? EST, that's Eastern time, not Eastern Standard Time, because we're in daylight time. It should be EDT, but whatever. I'm gonna let that slide.
Man, I love Mark just getting after it on Friday early.
Well, it's just
early.
We're on the, you know.
Mark, are you sipping a beer over there? Or no?
I do have a beer. It is Friday. You know, I'm might go out tonight. We'll see. We'll see. But okay, so they say that chip will have face values. That doesn't mean that's the necessarily value of the cost of it. Correct? Is that how you guys are reading that?
Yeah, that's how I'm reading it, Mark. I think that's just how they're going to distinguish the tiers. Be like, $100 a rare one, $50, $5, $25. But there's no mention, Mark, of this of how they're being distributed, whether you pick which denomination you want, or if you're going to get a blind bag. And Matt, we've talked about it in the Discord. You know what I'd prefer.
Yeah, I think it is the best situation for everyone if you make it randomized. Like, otherwise, the people with the most money are always going to get the nicest stuff, and that's not always fair.
I agree with that 100%. When it comes to a collectible, I don't think there should be like the rich guy tier where they got all the cool shit. I think,
Right.
and that's what made old collectibles in the 90s, sports cards of the 90s great, is it didn't matter how much money you had. You're going to have to buy the booster boxes that I buy, the hobby boxes, and you're going to get one refractor a box, or you're going to get one precious metal gem every 4 boxes. Same as me. You can't just buy a tier where everything's a little better for you. So, Matt, I'm with you on that. I don't think you should be able to buy a dope collection. I think you should be able to buy packs and buy more packs then. Don't buy the special packs. I agree.
Yeah, the odds should be the same for everyone else to get the same
Yeah,
cards.
and it adds to the fun of it, the excitement of opening a pack. I mean, yeah, you can get burned sometimes, but it's always fun when you pull the big one. You know, it makes it worth it. You know, Cheto, what's up, man? Sipping on some 405 North Ruin. Hey, sounds good to me. Michael, welcome to Saturday. Yeah, in the future. Geez, hope you're having a nice breakfast. We're drinking beers on Friday after work here, so a little bit different. But yeah, I would rather have the mystery bag, and they've done the mystery stuff before, so. You know, I hope they do it again. But if not, we'll find out all tomorrow, right? Chips will be.
I think mystery would be dope. I just really think a mystery bag would, first of all, they'd clean up. I mean, they'd sell out in a minute no matter how they do it. But it's not going to be tiered where the rich people get the cool stuff, and then like people who don't really want to spend a ton on the MetaZoo coin of their choice, the poker chip of their choice. Because it's kind of a risk. We've been over it on the show. Poker chips are a great collectible. The PSA will grade them. But at the same time, man, it's a bit of a risk. I don't necessarily know how I feel if I'm stuck at a $5 chip level and it's fucking Matlocks. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not sure that's where I'm going.
I thought you were going to say something bad about Sinkhole Sam. I don't know.
Oh, no, I believe
he wouldn't dare. He would not.
Hey, Sinkhole Sam's a gold, man. Slide Rock Bolter, man. He's a gold. They look good. Good.
Yeah, and we're talking about the paying more to get it. Additionally, we're seeing if we can make a 500 silver poker chip for the arch casters and a golden poker chip for the head casters. So they're already doing something for people who already threw into the big the big tiers. So
that's fine for me. Let them get special bonuses. That's fine for me. But if there's something that's open to the general, all of us, I would like it to be we all have equal chance to get something cool. If it's me, again. I'm not in charge of these things, but I think that would be cool.
Yeah, I think that's where you get the most participation, right? Because people are going to be like, I don't want the tin tier, I want the platinum tier. I can't get it, so screw it. I'm not going to get anything. Yeah, I get it.
It speaks to like the overall collectability market in general. Like when we buy Funko packs, like everyone has an equal chance to pull a legendary or pull a grail or anything like that. Like that should be how collectibles are. Like it's equal entry for everyone, and just let the odds be the odds. And
I agree, Matt, and I think that extrapolate that further. Talk about these patrons, who support some of these trading card games, who get special shit. To me, that's a nothing. Like, good for you. Way to get those. I have no interest in buying them from you. I feel like you paid to play. You got your stuff. Good for you. I am not going to chase that, and I don't think anybody should have to chase it. I guess I have stronger feelings about this than most things when it comes to this, because I'm all about, go get your money. But this irritates me. There are certain things that irritate me, and I think that's one of them, where it's just you're able to just buy the coolest collection because you got the most money. You set the price. A guy on the lower end can't make a come up and have a big pull. You can't pull the big one because there is no big one because you didn't pay for the big one.
It creates a have and a have-nots kind of tier if you keep kind of going that way, and that's really not what the market should be.
Yeah.
I by the way, am I going hillbilly with the mason jar? I am. I'm just living that life.
Oh no, but there was that.
Illinois.
No, the mason jar trend happened with everybody kind of making their own booze for a while, and that was that was like 10 years ago when everyone kind of was doing their thing, and they sold like there's still that brand like moonshine or whatever they could buy in a mason jar.
Yeah, and you know what? I like it. I actually do like moonshine.
It tastes
good. You guys have, like the ones with the fruit at the bottom. Those are pretty good.
Yeah.
Those
Jeremy, what's up? How's it going, man? And guys, I want to say the other update, which we have to mention because this is just fun. You all deserve it. It will be we're the free poker chip for every backer as well. So I love that, and you could see by the chips by the comments, everybody loves it. When the chips are down, Mike will be around. I mean, people are making beastie mode.
though.
I mean, they want, a Travis Scott song out of this. I mean, sweet,
if
fire,
you're
fire,
going
fire.
to-
Mike is awesome news. Wow, you're very exciting. You are legendary. Legends. I mean, this is the happiest I've seen comments in a while on some of these Kickstarters. So it's good for, it's nice that people are
and I
happy
love
about
that. Mark, that's another thing, though. Equal playing field. Everybody who put money in gets one of these. Now, if they gave you a blind bag, that'd be cool, too. Like, instead of giving everybody the same one. I'm all for people having an equal shot at things. Now, it's saying, Mark, something's 1 out of 1,000 packs. Now, that's totally fine with me. If somebody at the top wants to buy 1,000 packs so they guarantee themselves one, that, to me, is okay. That's the way it should be done. But it still gives me, somebody who bought 1 out of 1,000 packs, an opportunity to pull the big one. Mm-hmm. This is my, I very rarely put my foot down about things a lot of people do in their space, their trading card game, their space. But to me, a lot of these TCGs are doing it the wrong way. They're letting people just pay to play, buy whatever they want, buy the tier they want, thus making themselves special and not having to actually pull the damn big one, which is hard to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and having someone who's unexpected get it. You know what I mean? Because that's almost like, that's the person that's going to tell the story 100 times. Hey, hey, guys, I pulled this amazing card. It's the one, who won the jackpot in Vegas, not the one who goes every week and it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? It's that. They're going to tell all their friends. They're going to hype people up around it. And just the money, guys, 1.5 mil. I mean, this is going to, what do you think that'll hit?
I agree.
I think they'll hit 2 million? I mean.
Well, Mark, honestly, with the chips, yeah.
I think they will too.
The 4,810 people, you think we're all not going to just kind of wait and see what these chips are and kind of decide from there? If they're blind bags, I'm going, and this is another thing, guys. If these are blind bags, I would go in much, much heavier than I would if it was just like buy the $100 tier, if that makes sense. Like, I could see myself spending $100 on blind bags. I can't see myself spending $100 for my pick, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
it absolutely does. Like, no one's if they tiered the chips, and that there is a ceiling on what you can get back for the amount of money you put into it. Who's really all the people at the bottom are really not going to put anything in. Like, it's the same concept of buying a lottery ticket. If you buy a $5 lottery ticket, knowing you can only make $20 off, no one's going to buy a ticket. If you buy a $5 lottery ticket, knowing you can win 50 million, more people are going to buy it. Like, it's the same thing. Like, if I know that there are big, like, limited edition poker chips that I can get in at random, then I completely agree. Like, they're going to get a lot more of my money if that's the case.
And I just want to point out one of the comments made because Mike responded to someone. Someone's like, great, but I'm going to skip this time. I'm more focused on TCG related stuff. And Mike chimes in, who said there wouldn't be a TCG component here? I mean, come on, like, and kind of like saying, like, we could very easily add a promo card, very easily add something that relates to the game, or make this, somehow a card saying that, if you have a MetaZoo poker chip, this card has extra life, or however it works. You know what I mean? There's stuff you could add to it, but if you're more focused on the TCG related stuff, this is a great sign. I mean, this is just, you're showing the health of MetaZoo. Like, people want this stuff more and more. So, if you don't want to put something into this Kickstarter, I mean, buying more of the TCG stuff, I don't think it's a bad idea. I mean, this makes me want to buy more first edition Crypto Nation stuff, right? I mean,
to your point, Mark, the further along MetaZoo goes and the more successful their individual Kickstarters and releases go, the more people are going to want to go back to the beginning and buy the first edition and buy the Kickstarter stuff. Because that just means that it's like the rookie card concept. Everyone's always going to want to go back and get first edition stuff as things continue to get more and more valuable. So I'm with you there.
So you're feeling better and better about your set. And the thing is, if the second edition stuff in Walmart, that's even selling well, and that's not something I'm not really interested in. But to see it selling so well, that's exciting. I mean, that's another sign that things are just going great for it. So, all of these things kind of add up. So if this hits 2 million with this poker chips, that adds up to just, there's deeper pockets than you might think with some of the MetaZoo fans. They're not afraid to throw around some money. Maybe there hasn't been something in a while, so they're ready to kind of, throw down some cash. Because Wilderness is what? A few months through April? May? Is that Wilderness sometime in April? May?
I think so.
I think, is it not March? Am I making that up?
March? I could be wrong.
But so Mark, back to that for a minute though. Like, you're talking about all these cool releases, like, Wilderness is gonna be really dope. I still don't understand, and maybe you guys have gone over it when I was checking something out. But honestly, why are people buying Wilderness or pre-ordering Wilderness when all this Kryptonation First Editions are cheap? Like Danny said, man, there are some underrated Kryptonation First Editions out there, like singles.
Yeah.
Like, would you rather have how about the Orifax? Would you rather have these cool ass Kryptonation First Edition full hollow Orifax? You could buy like 4, 5, 6 of them for the cost of a Wilderness box. I'm not saying don't buy Wilderness. I'm just saying we always talk about where's your $120 best spent. I just think those Orifax are so underrated, gang.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
still cheap.
If you're looking at it from an investment standpoint, I think it's a pretty easy decision to make. Personally, like I'm sure Wilderness is going to be very collectible, probably more collectible than Nightfall was. Yep. But if you're looking for an investment standpoint, yeah, like Doug said, like more bang for your buck. Like if you want to put that $120 and put it to use and make money off it, like go back to the early stuff.
Well, that's what I'm thinking right now, guys, because I did not get those Valentine's Day promos. Should I not even bother making that set and just go back? I mean, it'd be nice to have for my collection, but
it's going to be an expensive. I mean, if you wait it out, maybe.
These cards, these Valentine's Day cards, Matt, and Matt can speak to it more than anybody without pulling any hollows. The hollows, from everything I'm seeing, are difficult for people to pull. The prices on eBay are high. I don't think I'm going to list mine. I'm sending mine in. Kind of told you that was my strategy from the beginning with these hollows. But Mark, I think that's going to be too expensive for you. You're going to have to move on to something else.
Well, and that's kind of the thing. If it does get so expensive, I think the older stuff is a better buy. I mean, yeah, it's the first like Valentine's set, and it looks really good. And let me pull up those cards. And here we go. Sure. This is Jody, who's on our Discord. He does this MetaZoo HQ, and I'd suggest. I forgot he did this. Really, check it out, guys. There's a lot of good stuff here. So here you go. Here are the cards for the Valentine's Day promo. So there's 12 of them. So let's just go through them real quick. There's the Chibi Bunny Man by Poncho. Looks great. Chibi Grim Reaper, Afton. I mean, these are just cool looking cards, and these are both hollows. Chibi Loveland Frogman, and that's by Jet Yates. And it's just
that's cool. Is that a new artist? I haven't heard of him before.
The Jet
Yates.
I don't know who Jet Yates is. Yeah, it's the first I've heard of Jet Yates. Next is our guy Isaac Skylee. He stopped by the show before. He's a cool dude. He has the Chibi Parade, which I think is an awesome one.
That's the one, guys. For those of you who are checking eBay prices, that's the one that's got all the heat behind it. People are paying a lot for those, and you pull one, good for you.
Yeah, it looks each caster may search their spellbook for up to 5 BC Chibis with different names and place them into their chapter. That's a fun one. You can just start pulling cards from your deck. And then here we go to the ones that are not hollow. These are just your regular ones. So the Chibi Infield Monster by Afton. Chibi Guardian Angel by Michael Peckham. Chibi Menahune by Sebastian Botello. Chibi Momo by Bruns. Chibi Piazza Bird by Jet Yates. Chibi Squonk. I kind of like the Chibi Squonk. I think that's really cool looking. Chris Campman. And Chibi Unicorn. That kind of looks like a My Little Pony or something by Afton. And Chibi Growth by Cybohan. Matt, how do you say that? Shoban Daily. Sorry. Jeez, I can read well. Chibi Growth. And she did the original Growth. And also she did the New York Comic Con promo, right? That everyone signed? Yeah.
Right, that everybody signed, yeah.
And this one I think is a target BC you control with Chibi in its name. Search your spellbook or chapter for a BC that shares a name with the targeted BC but does not include Chibi in its name and place the BC on the Chibi BC. So if you have a Chibi Mothman, you can't play Chibi Mothman and regular Mothman at the same time, can you? I think that's on the Chibi Mothman card, so never mind. I was going to say that's a good combo, not anymore. Nah, I can't say that.
Well, you just replace it, though. You're able to summon for free, basically.
Yeah, but I don't think you can have them in the same deck. I'd have to
No, the Chibi Mothman, no, it's the, what's the one? Bat Squatch you can't have in the same deck.
Yeah, it was the Bat Squatch. No, I'm totally wrong. It was the Bat Squatch. Yeah, you're right, though. Mm-hmm. So that with like a Chibi Mothman and a regular Mothman, that seems like pretty powerful shit. So,
King Hendo says the name's pronounced Siobhan.
It's Irish, yeah. So the B's like a
Irish.
B?
I've heard the name before.
Do we not know it, actually? Because I thought Matt was speaking from, like, position of authority. Do we?
I've heard the name before. It's not the first time I've heard the name. I've never heard Chauvin. I've always heard it as Shoban.
Siobhan.
It's very close.
Siobhan. Well, thank goodness I don't have any.
I'm not Irish
because
well,
we
I'm
are Irish, though,
but
Mark.
not like from Ireland Irish. So
That's true. So great, guys. This is a really dope set, and it would make sense just quickly that the hollows are harder to get because look, they only occupy 1/3 of the set.
absolutely right. There's 8 compared to 4, so you're having twice as many. So obviously, yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Wow.
I actually, Mark, Matt, I don't know about you, but now that I'm kind of taking a minute to think about this,
Yep.
and maybe I'm just speaking for somebody who pulls 5 out of 2 boxes, but I'm thinking to myself, I kind of like this. You kind of gave value to the hollows again. You gave them a little bit of a boost. You know what I mean? It makes them more expensive. I like that.
I like it too. Absolutely, because that was the problem with the Halloween, right? Wasn't it? Or was it even or no? Was Halloween 2 and 3? Weren't there? Or were there 6 or 5?
It was. There were 5.
5. So
was you talking Halloween? I'm thinking Christmas. So Christmas, you're talking like the tree topper, Santa. What were the other ones? I don't remember.
No, and I have a set downstairs. I could have brought it up, but yeah, no, you're right. Doug.
Such a bad set. Look, and I don't mean bad as in like it's not valuable to you now. I'd send them in and get them graded. Same thing. Same thing I'm doing with these. I'm sending them in. I think this is cool. I really do. I think there's a coolness to these. Again, maybe not. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are the 5 hollows.
Yeah,
okay.
5 hollows. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and there's more. No, yeah.
6, 7. No, there's more.
There's 8.
Oh, there's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot. Okay, and this is it again. Yeah.
Oh, 50-50. 50-50. Okay.
Yeah. So that's too much. Yeah. So this is better. I like the 2 to 1. Absolutely.
Okay. So I like this. It made it hard to find. It gave value to the hollows again. That's really cool. I think all you can ask for as somebody who collects cards, rather than ask them to give you something just straight up worth value, they do something in the release or do something in however they print them that makes the cards valuable if you pull them.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. That's exactly how it should be done. And this, just by making them a little shorter print than the regular cards, works for me.
Yeah. And it's kind of like looking back, that they did this. Maybe I do kind of regret getting the box because I do like taking the risk on it, right? Pull the big one, but at the same time, spending that money on a first edition, couple Aurifacts, I'm going to be pretty happy with that myself. I'm going to add to my collection a different way. It's not that I'm not going to spend on it. I'm just going to do it in a different way.
Mark, they're going for about the same price now. You could pick out a hollow from this set, or you can get a first edition Aurifacts full hollow.
Yeah, I'm going to do the first edition.
Yeah. 10 times out of 10. 10 times out of 10, I do that.
And not even think twice about it and move on. Yeah, and especially I like that it says 2021, not 2022. Things like that. All those little things I like, so... So check out this site, the MetaZoo HQ. Give our guy Jody a shout out if you like it. If you use it a lot, I don't know, throw him some bones. Click on some ads. I kind of forgot this was here, so it's pretty cool. Do we want to talk about the PSA promos?
Yeah, let's jump into that one, Mark.
So
I have an opinion.
Yeah, go ahead, Doug. Sorry, go ahead.
No, were you going to jump on something we talked about?
I have this Kickstarter thing up. So is it all MetaZoo cards? Like, let's say you got a poker card graded. Would that count towards a promo, or am I jumping ahead here? This is too much.
Well, so this is, Mark, this is what it sounds like to me. And for those of you who maybe aren't as experienced, oh shit, almost knocked everything off. So for those of you who aren't that experienced with getting PSA cards graded, when you get PSA shit back, you get a pamphlet of, I'd say now it's gotten to the point where it's 3, 4, 5 different advertisements in there. Some are like, the shape of a trading card. Some are big flyers. But you get a return of 3, 4, 5 different advertisements. Mark, I'm thinking all that's going on here is Mike's paying for a promotional service, and if anybody gets MetaZoo graded, potentially even a TCG grade, you give them one of these promos as the advertisement. Easy peasy. They do it all the time. It's nothing special. I'm not excited about these. I'm not mad. They just are. It's just what it is. Would you rather get a card as a promo, or would you rather another Heritage Auctions flyer? It's up to you.
Yeah, exactly. So this isn't something that's really going to be worth much. It's just going to be something kind of to have. And if it's part of the game, it's part of the game. But it's just some sort of kind of extra promo. Yeah, you're not really going to resell it, or maybe you can try to just get $1 or $2 or a few bucks.
$1 or $2. Yeah, I can't imagine.
I can't imagine.
I really
much.
can't imagine being worth much. No, I can't. There's no value to these, but it might be value to the game. We don't know what the card is, but it happens. I mean, this is just advertising.
And why hate on free stuff? I mean, this is one of those. I don't care. Like, do it. Like, that sounds like a good idea. Like, it's free. What's the big deal? You know?
No, there's none. To me, that's not. There's no big deal. This is perfect. Let's just accept it and move on together.
Yeah.
So?
Absolutely, yeah, and you know, we'll see, you know, if the promo changes and things like that. But it's also, would they do like kind of, you know, like PSA special? Just, you know, you go to their con, like a con PSA's at MetaZoo's at, they'll have a special card type thing, like
well, no,
like that, or
I've
this
never
is totally
seen that.
different. This is
I've never seen that. That's a different thing.
That's a
I don't
different
know
thing.
that
Yeah,
PSA is going to wade into that type of shit. But like, take a look at who's that one Pokemon guy. There's some Pokemon guy whose name just totally slipped my mind right now. But he had a pop-up shop, like a 90s pop-up shop, where you could buy the 1990s and maybe a little newer Pokemon cards for their MSRP. If you get to see the packs, you know, for their MSRP. Mm-hmm. And Pokemon, our PSA was on site to take the cards away, slap them. I could see MetaZoo doing something of that nature, of having a pop-up shop and having PSA on site to do that. But I just think the prices are just too high, man.
$20 for Mike's autograph. There you go. Just pulling it up. To get
$20?
it authenticated. If you want to authenticate his autograph, $20. But
did somebody say in our chat, Mark, that Mike wasn't signing anymore?
ooh,
I've heard someone say that before. I couldn't remember if it was all cards or just like Kickstarter or something.
I'm unsure.
Oh,
I did not hear that. But if it is, I don't think that's a terrible thing. I think it kind of adds to the rarity of the stuff that's already been signed, and you could always turn it back on. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of one of those do what you want. Or you have to, you know, make him turn something more in for an autograph, because he would just autograph everything. You know, you didn't have to give him a coin or anything. Mike would just autograph it. So
yeah, not sure, Mark. That's a great question. I mean, look, it's cool though. Maybe if he is saying no, I'm not signing certain things, that's fantastic, because there's a lot of signed stuff out there from some people with MetaZoo, and there's less from others. Like Pepper DeLuca's got like none. He's got the coolest signature.
Yeah, no,
like,
he draws a picture. It's awesome. It's really
so, I mean,
cool.
There's really cool stuff involved with all that. But yeah,
and I want to say, didn't some artists leave too? Haven't we had some turnover in artists? So
It was
Victor Larson.
Victor Larson. He's on a lot of stuff, and he has a great signature. So that's an interesting.
Well,
he's
still,
working
I
on
gotta
a new
imagine
signature. K Hendo says, "Hell yeah!"
I got to imagine he's gonna sign stuff. Like not like Victor Larson's like, whoa, that's the old me. Like
No. You
Well,
want
he's
to
just
make
not going to
money.
be at the conventions anymore, right? That's
Or
I mean, you'd have to find him
he
somewhere else.
could be for all I know. He could have his own damn booth. I mean,
Yeah.
these dudes exist. Like, they're probably make some money doing this stuff. So he's probably like, yeah, I'm just gonna have my own art booth, and boom, there you go.
Yeah, and didn't he already do kind of art cards through somebody like DSG or some shit? Is that him? Maybe
That was
No, just
maybe it's someone else. I don't want to throw him under the bus with that. I don't know.
No, well, great question, Mark. No, does Victor Larson have one pre-slab by DSG? I think you're right. I don't think you're as crazy as I thought you were. I think he might. I think he might, Mark.
And I thought it was like, you know, it wasn't even a line of cards. It was just Larson art.
It's just an art card. Yeah,
by
it's just
DSG,
an art. Mm-hmm.
and it was like, what is this? This is a cash grab if I've ever seen one. Good for you.
Well, let them go get their money, man.
Yeah.
Let the artists go get their money. I have no problem with guys selling something, asking for money. Like, I don't have to buy it, but if somebody does, you know, go for it, dude. Get some money, man.
I think it's more
support
just
that 100%.
The DSG side of it. I think it was kind of like, oh, whatever, you know. Screw that.
Yeah. Oh, you heard? Did you? Unprofessional. You talking about Pepper DeLuca? Was he expensive for SIGs? Is that what he is?
He might be
Is that-
talking Victor Larson. I'm not
Or
sure.
Victor was expensive.
That's
for
what I'm
signatures?
assuming he's
at like
talking
Comic-Con or.
Well, guys, I mean, I don't.
When I went to CryptidCon, Pepper DeLuca was $10 to sign something. And
How about
he
the
signed-
who are
I
the
don't
other
think
two
he'd
there,
sign
Mark?
anything. What's that?
It
Who are
was
the other two?
Afton and who else
Afton
was
and
in there?
Lanumbra, who is
Lanumbra.
I think she might go by a different name. So it was Lanumbra at the time. I don't know if that's how she signs her cards. Maybe that's who Jet is, for all I know.
Could be. We don't know.
So I don't know. I think that might be Jet,
right.
actually, which is kind of weird. I don't know.
Do you think it's? I don't know. But so that's interesting. So those two artists are a little lesser known. We're at that convention, and I'm sure they're going to be at some of the bigger ones coming up this year because they didn't have any cards out. So
They had no cards
It's kind of yeah, it's kind of interesting to see this cycle of artists. Actually, this isn't something I've ever been involved in, and Matt, I don't know if you have or Mark either. Like seeing these artists, maybe before their cards hit the market or hit the big time, before they get their rookie card out there, and they're signing some MetaZoo stuff. It's kind of cool. I maybe that's the thing to do is if you can predict what artist you think is really going to take off, you can buy some of these early SIGs for cheap.
Yeah, we had talked about this before because we were debating, or we're trying to figure out what Afton's first art card, and it was the C2E2 promo that was never released. So then there was like, well, is that actually her first card if it was never like produced, or is it like the next
No,
card?
it was produced. You had to, if you were able to provide proof that you went, whether, a receipt for a ticket or something like that, they were going to send you a card, I thought.
Yes, it wasn't given out at the convention, I mean. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, it wasn't. Yeah, and that's, C2E2 is a big one. That's, probably disappointing some of those people. They were going to show up anyway just because probably C2E2 had enough other acts and stuff like that. It wasn't just MetaZoo heavy like CryptidCon was. So,
Bert, I am...
all right, let's see
I will
it.
sign Bert's card. What? New update.
Another one?
Mike's asking about hollow uncut sheets.
Oh, what's the question?
How many should we make available?
Okay, here we go. Now that we have hollow playing cards, how many do you feel about hollow uncut sheets? How many do you think we would make available?
It's not for me, but it's a nice decorative piece.
Would you guys buy one?
Doug and I have talked about this. Like, if you try to resell them, they're impossible to ship. It's a nightmare.
It's specific. A specific buyer wants it. So the guys who are buying these are the ones who are holding them. I mean, they could show it off, but I don't want one. But I understand that there's a market, and I can't imagine it's huge.
I think this is a really cool collectible piece. This is something you hang up. This isn't something you sell. This is for you. So this is kind of like, I made a lot of money on this. I'm doing this for me, and I'm going to put it up on my wall. And people are going to ask, what is that? Well, let me tell you about my card investments, friend, and, go from there. So
yeah, it's not that they have no value. Like, there's certainly value, and people certainly do look for these, like whether it's trading card games or sport cards.
Sure.
Like, if you're going to sell them, you're going to have to sell it in person, most likely. You're going to have to sell it at a convention or
So what's your
something
answer?
like that.
Under 100?
Oh,
I would try to make it rare.
How many should they make available? 50? 100? How many of these sheets will they make? Should they make available? The hollow ones.
100.
100? See, I think about 100 sounds right. Doug?
Yep.
Less?
I have no vote. I mean, I don't know. 100 works. 100 works. 4,000 backers. 100. Let 5%. I mean, I don't know. Maybe 2.5%. Yeah, that works for me. 100 works. 2.5% of people can.
I think 100. 100 seems about right. Maybe even less. I think it would look cool.
It makes it rare. Like Matt said, it does make it rare. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't make more. I wouldn't make it worthless. That's the thing. I'd be very cautious to make too many of these because it's not like the market's huge to begin with.
Yeah, you guys in chat. What would you do? We all set up like about 100. I don't know. We should have asked first. Sorry, but yeah. Chat, what do you guys?
But here's the thing, Mark. Is like if somebody does it right, or you make too many. How many people are they going to be able to resell these to? Because I think the people who want it are buying it now. I'm not going to be convinced to buy an uncut sheet of holographic poker cards.
It's not resellable. I mean, you know what? I think this is for you, not for resell, right? I mean, that's how I kind of see this as, like this is.
That's it. So how many people want it, Mark? I mean, are you going to make it so you totally kill the secondary market on them? There should be a market.
You can't make it too many. Yeah. I'd make it maybe even less than 100. Now I'm thinking even less. 25. I'm saying way low. 25.
Okay, now I'm thinking more than 25.
Fantasy card says 150, so he's going up. Rudy Gomez says 100. I'm with you guys. I mean, that seems. You could try to cut them yourself. That'd be funny. I would not recommend that.
Yeah, no.
That's throwing away money. Maybe something like that. Though. Is that something you get autographed by Mike, like a whole sheet? That'd be kind of cool.
How would you round the corners? That's a good question, man. How would you round the corners? So you got just scissors.
No, jeez. No, you need like a tool, man. You need to go to
I'm sure there's a.
Yeah.
You mean Michael's? Go to Michael's and get it done?
One of those, like where you put it in there's a machine you put it in and the laser cutting thing, it, pops around. Steven says 250. Okay, more.
Oh, okay.
I think 250 would sell too. I think it would. Depends on the
I don't
price,
know.
I guess. You know, you don't think so?
This is a weird question. I don't know. This is such a weird question. I think people who are going to buy them, Mark, on Kickstarter right now, are buying them thinking they can resell them because they have no fucking idea. But these uncut sheets are hard movers, and that's even from like stuff that's rare and special. So I don't know, man. I don't know. They're hard to move.
Yeah, and Doug, you know, I got to keep that in mind because I think most of the people here do want to keep on making money on this, and they kind of will be kind of butthurt if they don't. You know, they'll be all like, you got to be kidding me."
Sure, they'll
let's
come
see
at
what
Mike
we
and be
got
like, "Oh
here.
man, Mike, you made it not valuable,
500,
dude."
But 250 should be exclusive to the Archcaster buyers. All right, buddy.
That's an asshole. That's a fucking idiot. Like, see, that's the same thing. It's like, everybody who got in, we should just keep getting free stuff because we're the best and we can quickly click things.
Like, I heard from
2,500?
Ted. What does Ted think about this? Does Ted need more?
Oh,
more
God.
rarity?
500 to 1,000. 1,000 would be
man.
gone in 60 seconds. I don't agree with that, but
They might be going quick, but then you idiots would be complaining because they're worthless because all of you bought them together and nobody else wants them. And you're like, well, I don't get it, man. I got the
here we
sheet. It's
go.
worthless. Thanks for nothing.
And here, limit to 500, 250 for Archcaster, 200 for Head. So they really want to keep it exclusive
50
to
for
the
the
top
rest.
side. And I'm kind of thinking, maybe.
Well, that's fine. Then let you idiots buy. I mean, this is the thing. These are not great investments. They're not great investments. They're okay investments, maybe. I don't know. I've never been in the market for an uncut sheet in my life, and I've had some uncut sheets that I've had trouble moving. So to me personally, I don't give a shit. I don't think they're very good.
No,
They're
I'm
not a good
more on-
investment.
Yeah, I think less is more on this. Less is more.
Yeah, I agree.
69. There you go. Do 69 of them. I'm fine with that. I think 69 would be kind of a funny number. Sure, do 69. That'd be great.
Yeah, man, that'd be cool.
Yeah, but I wouldn't split it up between the tiers. I wouldn't mess with that personally. And the people who want it that way, I think they're going to be
They're idiots, dude.
Whatever.
Like,
you
I'm
know.
so tired of hearing these like dumb people like that. And they're the same idiots though who will complain when they don't get value out of stuff. And it's just like, you know, just because you buy anything with the MetaZoo name on it, you expect it to give you some kind of profit, and then you'll blame Mike like, I didn't get a profit on this. You messed up. No, you messed up by being an idiot.
And don't you think those are the assholes that are going to cancel last second? You know what I mean?
I don't know if
Buy
they
into
will.
all of this and be like, oh,
They'll
no,
be
it's
surprised.
not what I liked. It's like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you doing? You know?
No, I think they'll get it, and I think they'll be shocked. And they'll be shocked they're not moving this stuff. And it's because they all came and started racing to the bottom. Like, I was just racing the bottom, ruining my investment, man. This is garbage. It's like, yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. Because do you see how many packs and stuff are selling? We're all getting them. Everybody's getting them. Everybody's getting them. Some people are going to resell right away. But that's a lot of people. There's a lot of competition here for this. This is so not a good, quick investment. This is not going to be a quick flip. This is something you buy and have an exit strategy. Get your hollows graded. Or whatever the heck you're going to do it. Or just enjoy them. But I don't see this as a quick investment or like a quick flip at all.
No. And like Steven says, something to hang on the wall, and I'm with him. This is more of an art piece you keep, not something you flip. So the people who want, you know, I don't know, are looking for investment, yeah, they might get burned there. It has to be less. Non-hollow was 250.
Okay,
Is that right?
so it should be
yeah,
less.
Rudy, I think you're right. I forgot about that. It has to be less than non-hollow then. That would be a starting point, right? You know, do it at least half. At least half.
Yep.
Just like
This is stupid. Mark, what is that? Steven, that's a great point. Mark, what are the Walmart boxes going for on eBay?
Let's find.
Because that's an example of like one or two dudes just going and buying it, the whole stock at a store. And I think eventually these prices are going to collapse when people realize like, oh, I'm just getting 3 second edition packs and probably not a box topper because I guarantee you these guys know how to weigh things. So yeah.
Well, no, that's
go
the
to
thing. Doug.
Solds.
I would not buy these secondhand, and if you are, caution, everybody. You can weigh these. We've seen it. Someone did it on their yarn scale. I don't even know what a yarn scale is. I was like, what the hell's a yarn scale, dude?
Mark, why don't you check those out sold?
You weigh yarn with a scale when you know how much you
I'm
have
assuming you sell yarn like you sell drugs by the gram.
left. The cord. I don't know what that is.
$24.99. Okay, so it's crashing. Okay, I figured it would. It's good to see it come crashing down. There's not going to be profit there for these people, and especially if there's another wave that comes out. So this is fine. You'll be able to see them in stores pretty soon. $24.99. Yeah, I mean, you're not making much. not
And
hardly worth the time.
I hope their policy is you can't buy them and return them because you buy them,
No,
you weigh 'em
trading
and
cards?
return them.
That's tough. Yeah, I don't think they let trade. I don't know. Some
I'm
places
unsure.
let you
Well, I
return
don't
them.
know the Walmart rules on this stuff, but
Mhm.
yeah. But overall, I would really, really, really caution you against don't buy this in the secondary market. Buy it at Walmart or just buy the toppers individually. Well, whatever
Yeah.
you're looking for, you know.
I agree with Jake, man. I have no respect for the dudes that are going buying these out. Like, this is such a. They're not great products, Mark. They're okay products. You get a box topper from second edition. Go buy a second edition booster for like 90. Don't buy like 4 of these and hope you pull one. This is so silly. This is more for the people. Let this get out a little bit. Don't be that dude who ran it to the bottom, because it certainly looks like some people have run it to the bottom because it's going to keep sinking.
You see those tweets and stuff like that, Instagram posts where it's like someone has like a cart with like 8 of them, and I just want to
hate
talk
that,
shit
man.
to them, being like, "What are you
I
doing,
hate
loser?
that.
Like, come on, man!" Like,
I'm gonna make $14 on these 8
yeah,
boxes.
exactly.
Man.
You're gonna make $2 a box. Like, get
Awesome,
out of
dude.
here, dude. Like,
Awesome.
unless
Never
you're
good.
doing something where you're weighing them all and sending them back, and then you're just unethical trash. And I'm really hate you. And then that's what's up, Mark's can is jerks like you ruining everything. Like, you're the problem. That's look in the mirror, dude. Make it better.
We had to save this for the What's Up Mark's Can segment. Just a little
We
teaser.
should have saved them.
I should make a list of things. I'll jot down some things that are bothering me about the TCG market, and I'll make sure I go on a little rant once a week about it. But this one I think is easy. I think we're all on the same page with these guys that do this crap. You put a bad name out for everybody. You're really screwing people in the secondary market. You're not being ethical.
You're missing
all
out,
of this,
man.
dude.
There are some real grimy dudes when it comes to like Walmart cards. If you go to a Walmart and just walk around the card section, man, it gets these dudes grimy for $5. Like, you're over here doing stuff that's a little bit unethical and sometimes borderline illegal for $5. Get the fuck out of here. $5 profit, and then somebody could screw you on eBay right over. So, man, this is not a business to be in. This is like just stupid.
Yeah.
Go get a job, make $15 an hour at Amazon. What are they paying? $17.50. You'll be doing much better.
Well, it's one of these
Like,
things.
come
How much
on.
time did you put into doing this shit? And you think about the
I know.
gas and things
I know.
it took you to get to Walmart and whatever you did. I mean, I'm just saying you're not like, this isn't worth your time. Like, don't.
Yeah, man.
This is a
Go-
low rent
go.
attitude. This is you waiting in line in Jimmy John's for a free sub that only costs $5. Like, what are you doing waiting in line 90 minutes? Like, isn't your time worth more than $4? Like, what the fuck are you doing, dude?
Mark, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. The attitude, we talk about a lot of things on the show, but Mark's right. The low rent attitude, if you stick around to these low rent attitude investments, that's fine. Go make your $4 a box for the 3 boxes you bought once a week. You're making $12 a week for 3 weeks until they're sold out or whatever. That's so stupid. Go make one big play look, Mark, I don't want to brag, but I'll just throw this out there. When I was buying when you were talking all that Mar stuff, and I do have to give you this shout out.
Shut up, Mark.
I do
Woo-hoo.
have to give you the shout out, because when you were talking about all that Mars shit, right, and we were slogging through it, and then you brought up the Funko plan, that weekend, Mark, I went and investigated all of the Funkos, right? And the big boys were the next one popping up as far as the coins you had to turn in. So I researched this. I bought a bunch of those coins, okay? And Mark, I shared with the screenshot with you.
Mhm.
I bought a legendary for $33, a couple legendaries for in the 30s. I bought Redemption, or the Royalty Redemption in the 30s. And Mark, I showed you I bought a Grail for $69.
Yeah.
And so this is one of those things. How much money am I going to make on those investments, which cost me combined $150? Let's say $160. Okay, it cost me combined $160. I'm gonna clear over $1,000 doing this. And we talk about it. You waste your time going to all these Walmarts and shit. Spend the afternoon like I spent researching these Funkos, and there's all kinds of fucking money in these things. Somebody in the Discord, I think I want to say it's Pompey.
Pompeii Blue.
Blue.
Pompeii, yeah.
Yeah,
I
out there
think-
I think he's out there in England, London, maybe. I don't know. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
and I think he posted the screen cap from the DROPPPP Discord, and they had the official numbers for these. And combined, there's just over 3,000 of these Funkos that were produced. Just over 3,000, and that's from all of that's from the Legendary, the Royalty, and the Grail.
And they're supposed
This
to be
was-
over double that, right? I mean, we're close to it, right?
Over double that, because one was like 25. It didn't come anywhere near that. The 16.99 and 9.99. So what's that? 6K? Yeah, so just about double that, right? I mean, Mark, it was this. This is something where we talk about. And I don't want to say low rent attitude, but don't focus on the little shit. That's a waste of your time. Where's your $30 best spent? $33 is what I spent on that Funko. Where's your $33 best spent? Is it buying 2 of these MetaZoo boxes at Walmart where you're making $8? Or is it, Mark, look at what a legendary big boy sold for. I think that hamburger sold for like $250 on eBay already, and he's not
on eBay, Doug?
Yeah, he's not anybody's in. Yeah, eBay.
How do I
So
big
I would
boy
just do-
Funko?
Big boy Funko Digital.
Are the people that are selling these big boys, are they within that? Or did we decide if it was 90 days? The 90 days is the window, right?
Oh, yeah. So it is not, Matt. It is 90. You could
So they're good.
potentially get away with it with your credit card company. It's 60 days on eBay. You can price swing on it. So this is coming out April 1st. They're not. I mean, well, no, they are. They'll get it April 1st. They'll get 60 days. They can technically do this, even though, they can do. Technically, you're only supposed to pre-order 30 days before, but they're fine. They'll get away with it.
Yeah.
But Mark, take a look at that, $250. And if you read this listing, this description, again, it's not a good. I don't like this description. I don't like the title. I don't like any of this stuff because he didn't give any of the real numbers that's going on, and he got a little wordy. Some of these dudes get a little wordy about, confuse people, scare people a little bit. Like, look, scroll down to just says like one sentence. Scroll on. Okay, Mark, read that sentence.
Funko Digital Big Boy Burger Legendary Physical Pop ships in April. That's it.
Okay, do you see what I'm saying, guys? Like jokingly, I called it wordy, but it was one sentence, right?
Yeah.
Some of these guys like to explain to people what this is. It's a physical Funko.
Yeah.
It's a physical
Yeah.
Funko, numbered out of this many that were produced. These are the coins that got redeemed. So it says 1,500, but really only these many are out in the public. Like, this is how many are there. This isn't out of 1,500. This is out of 1,200. This is out of 900. This is out of whatever.
Yeah, 100%, Mark, 110%. So, again, I don't mean to like rip on people low rent attitude, but you get what you get what you put in. And heck, even if you watch us and just get lazy and copy what we say, do that. That works. There's things there. These Funkos, Mark. I'm telling you, I'm excited to see if I clear 1,000 on my. I'm
excited too, Doug. I'm excited too.
Because I don't know what a legendary would go for, or a Grail. I'm sorry, I don't know what a Grail would go for. Those ended up being 758.
Yo, 758 only. Wow.
Yep.
So that's a really low number Funko. And, Big Boy, it does have a pop culture thing. I mean, it just really does. And I love the Nickelodeon. I think these brands are getting bigger. I like Star Trek a lot, too. I like Bob Ross. I'm waiting, And then Mike says, hey, someone asked him, I think was it Bert? Or was it you asked him? Or who asked him from our Discord?
It was Stonks, wasn't it? It was Stonks, I
was
thought.
it Stonks? Stonks McGee asked him, hey, Mike, are we going to have a MetaZoo Funko collab? And he's like, 100%.
It's 100%. Mm-hmm.
So if they do a digital one, I think that'd be perfect because they're kind of, they don't have the established Funko base that people get all their panties in a twist or whatever you want to say. Like they're all upset for no reason. Go ahead, Matt. What?
I was gonna further Doug's point because I think when you meaning we, the general we, are gonna be listing these physical ones on eBay, like the royal we. Yes, thank you. You can never have too much information in these eBay listings because the majority of the people that are going to be buying these physical ones are the people that did not get into the whole NFT business to get these. So you're going to have to give them all the information like, this is what it was, this is how you got it, this is the listed rarity, but in actuality, this is the actual rarity. Like, you're going to have to, like, I don't want to say dumb it down for them, but give them as much information as possible so that they know exactly. Like, otherwise, you're just...
Man, I would even jump in. I would even jump in and say, be very careful about what words you use. Mark, scroll to the title real quick. I would tell you, be very careful about what words you use because you don't want to scare. Go to the title. Where are we? Mark, what's happening?
There we go. Sorry. There it is.
Stop.
Yeah.
Okay, so take a look. Funko Digital Big Boy Burger Legendary Physical Pop ships in April. Okay, so what happened here is he gave a little bit of information, but then you look and you're like, okay, big Funko Digital Big Boy Burger Legendary Pop Physical Pop. Okay, so it sounds like I'm getting some
word
physical,
salad,
right? And you want with that confusing title for people who weren't in on this because you're not selling to people who knew about this, like exactly like your point was, Matt.
Yep.
You got to be careful about what you put in a title because it's going to confuse people.
People may think you're getting a digital one here because you put the word digital in there.
Yes. And Matt, because of that word soup, if I'm going to the description, I want something to ease my mind. Instead, he's got a damn stock image of some bullshit. This is such a bad... He probably could have made $50 more. Guaranteed.
Yep, I agree with you. Yep.
Yeah, what a shitty image
Parent-
too.
Yeah,
All
you
of
didn't
this,
do
yeah, it doesn't explain that it's
yeah.
physical. This is a really shitty listing. You could do a lot better, and I think this should be. Yeah, and he still got 250. So
I bet he get $50 more at least. I think at least on that. Mark, I'm so excited about these big boys. I mean, when they come in, I'll let everybody. I'll take some pictures of them. I don't know when I'm going to list them. Probably wait. Like I said, maybe wait till November.
all right. No, I think
But-
you found your Halloween costume. You're gonna be big boy.
I'd love to be big boy. That sounds fantastic, Mark.
And you guys, we don't know what the next drop will be, but we'll let you know. And it's on these digital.funko.drops where they are. So, is there anything more you want to say about the redemption stuff? Because I was going to talk about kind of this latest physical the Funko.
No, Mark, get into that and get into your mind.
Yeah, let's talk about this latest Funko drop. So, I know a lot of us got into the Nickelodeon drop. If you were listening to us, you should have gotten into the Nickelodeon drop because I know a lot of us made some cash on the Pull of the Big One channel on our Discord, which you guys should join because we talk about all sorts of stuff. And always subscribe to the channel. Guys, we give you all sorts of nuggets here left and right. But on the Discord, we have the Pull of the Big One and channel on our Discord. And people were pulling grails, people were pulling legendaries, all, spending a couple $100, getting 2 or 3 physical pops. And then there's everyone who didn't get the physical ones. It's part of the randomness of it. It's a 2% chance. You got to build the set, all these things. If you want to build the set, it's 104 cards. And then you get the royalty physical Funko. So it's this special Funko. It is Freddy Funko getting slimed. Here he is getting slimed, right? So you have to complete the set. So it's 104 cards. Okay, so let's say you opened up, couple $100 worth of packs. You don't have 100 cards. Let's say you're not close to building this set. Well, I would say don't just sit on those cards. Let's put them to work. I would really push you towards, if you're not going to spend money to complete this royalty set now, I would say put those up for sale on the atomic market and do something else with it. Sell those epics. Sell those rares. The uncommons and commons are kind of worthless. Yeah, you could kind of sell them for a nickel and a dime here and there, add them up. Okay. But if you do the epics, and I'll pull one up. Let's do a Nickelodeon epic. What do you guys think? A Nickelodeon epic, what's the cheapest one?
Like $13 or something
All
like
right,
that.
let's see.
11, 12,
Here we go. 1050. 1045.
1050.
So let's say you have 5 of them. You got 5 epics. You need 12 for the set, so you're not close to completing the set. You could sell those 5. And it goes up. I mean, it goes from 10 to pretty quickly. It goes higher. We're up 13, and we're on the same page. So you could sell those, get $50-$60. Now take that $50-$60, go buy one of the older set redemptions, go do something like that. Or what I like to do, and I have this, is the Colonize Mars stuff. So it's a play to earn game, and this is the play to earn game that we kind of selected. There's lots of play to earn games. The reason I like this one is it seems the most fair. It seems I kind of all think they all have kind of a pyramid scheme part to them, where they need to continue to grow or something's bad's going to happen. It just kind of is part of the deal. So this is the one we selected. I don't want to say long term, like this is, years from now, this is going to be great or anything like that. But in between these sets, you could do something like get into Colonize Mars. And let me pull up Colonize Mars. Here you go. And let me pull up their website. So they have a website. Here we go, Mars.cards. You can go to Mars.cards, learn about them. And what they do is you can buy these cards and you can mine a token. This is called Marisha token. So once you buy all these cards, you could sign up on Mars.play, Mars.cards/play. And your cards automatically get attached to this from your Wax wallet. You can mine this Marisha token. So you could start doing this in between these Funko drops. So I'm mining 9 an hour. They take out some taxes, like some ownership fees and stuff like that. But we don't have, these Nickelodeon ones aren't redeemable till June 1st. So there's a lot of time for you to still build that set. You still can do it. So if you're not already working towards another set, maybe an older set, you're not going to work towards your Nickelodeon set, I wouldn't recommend just having them sit there unless, you want to ride them and say, hey, they're going to appreciate in price. I'm just going to sit on you don't understand these. I'm an NFT guy. NFTs are the future. This is going to blow up. Sure, do your thing. That's fine with me. I want to earn this Marisha token. I want to use that to buy and work with more NFTs. And then when May comes around, because June 1st is the redemption date for Nickelodeon. So when May comes around, I'll sell all this stuff that I made. I'll sell all the stuff that I bought now. that I bought with my Marisha token, and I bet you it's going to be a lot more than that initial $50, $60 investment, you know? And then use that to build your next set. So it's just something to do in between these Funko drops, you know? So it's very easy to set up, and they announced, like, you could read their Medium articles, but this game is going to be changing in the next 60 days, 90 days. And they're going to have a crate drop in the next 60, 90 days. So you might want to mine some token. You know, you can mine some token. You can buy these crates. You could sell it all after that and get back into the Funkos, get back into your physical. So I just want to say there's things you could do on this atomic market. There's things you could do with the play to earn, which, you know, again, it's kind of a pyramid aspect to it. And I think you guys should be aware of that. And think about your exit strategy with it too. You know, if these start going up, you know, how are you going to exit, things like that. But I like putting my money to work instead of having to just sit there. You know, that's what I would prefer. So,
and to kind of go along with that, Mark. So Mark and I were having this discussion before we went live today, because I asked him that same thing, where I was in a position with the last Nickelodeon Funko drop where I bought $180 worth of packs and I pulled absolutely nothing. I got nothing but commons and uncommons and a couple of rares and epics. I got no legendaries, no physicals. So I was in a position where I had to decide, do I want to just sell everything I have and try to recoup some of the funds I spent? Or do I try to put the set together and put more money into what I've already spent and try to get the royalty set? I'm at the point now where I have all the commons and uncommons and rares, and I have like 5 or 6 of the epics. And kind of what Mark was saying, I'm in a position where I have to decide, do I want to spend the $60 now or whatever it's going to take to get the rest of the epics to fulfill that royalty set? Or do I drop them, sell them now while their value is still pretty high, and put that money into something else and then come back later as we get closer to when these things can be redeemed? And Mark's point, like, it's not doing me any good just sitting on the cards right now, since I'm kind of stuck in the middle of building the set. So why not put that money elsewhere where you can theoretically make money off it, then come back and hope that the values have come down and kind of fulfill that set?
Yeah, and the values could go up for you know, that's kind of the thing.
It
Like
could.
it could, but hopefully, you know, you were mining token here, so it doesn't even matter. You're still going to end up at the same spot, you know. But it also could go down if they have more drops. You know, the more Funko drops, where it's just kind of, it gets a little caught up in the wash. I mean, you got 3 new drops, and it's like, oh, this older one, and it's just kind of, you know, people are selling one set for another set, because, you know, if you're into one Funko drop, you're probably into all of them. So you're trading cards in between the 3 different, 4 different, 5 different, 6 different sets that you own to complete these things. So I think there's just, you know, I think this is an opportunity for you to do something in between. And, you know, you don't have to. You could just sit on your NFTs, but I like this, you know. I think this is good. Michael, Vincent is selling Bobblex in Dubai.
Oh, boy.
Here we go. We're ready, guys.
Dude.
Ride that. We're riding it to the moon now.
And with Troy mentioning in collectibles, nothing is guaranteed. Absolutely, dude. In investing, nothing is guaranteed.
Well,
There's very
Troy
few, unless
was-
you're buying treasury bonds, and even that, you know, hey, you never know.
Well, Mark, Troy was asking, he said he's actively avoided Funko under the premise of never invest in a collectible I'll be upset getting stuck with.
Okay.
He just doesn't like them. So how can you convince someone like me to be excited about this? And somebody responded, you know, no way you don't make money on these. They're so rare. But he's like, you know, nothing's guaranteed. And that's very
that's the
true.
good part, yeah.
But Mark, the whole thing is, and I think the point is, Troy, is you mitigate your risk, right? Nothing's guaranteed in any part of life. Shit, you walk outside tomorrow, anything can happen to you. The thing is, you mitigate your risks. And something like this is, look, it's a quality IP or a historic IP for the company, right? So see what Funko's done in their past, and Funko and Big Boys actually do well together. So that's worked out, let's say. Well, I'm just saying, using Big Boys as an example. Funko and Big Boys have worked out. They're an IP that's worked in the past. These numbers are limited. I paid $30 or $32 for a legendary one. I mean, I can't stress this enough. To me, that was just such a smart investment, because I've seen what other low number Big Boys have done in the past on eBay. So I took that data, took it over to mine and said, okay, the one I'm buying is at max $1,699. There's no way anybody knows how to do this right now. I really felt like there's such a barrier to entry with these things. Those numbers were going to be much less. So I went and bought it. And now look, somebody sold one for $250 with a terrible title and terrible description of a simple legendary. And that's easy money. That was easy pickings just because I mitigated my risk. Now, like you said, anything can happen any day, and that's very true. But you mitigate your risk with what you know. And this was something that was so easy for me. It was, you know, look, I invest in a lot of things, guys, and we talk about it on the show. I wouldn't be against buying Monster High dolls, for goodness sake, if there's money there. Like, if we can do the research and say, look at the history. I don't look at things that way of things I'm going to get stuck with. I look at things as, where is my risk the least, right? How do I mitigate my risk? And it's not by buying things I like, because I can't always sell to me. It's buying things that the people like, so I can sell things that the whole world likes, or that has a good market. And that's where the money is. So just mitigate your risk. There's no guarantees, but just mitigate your risk and you'll end up doing okay.
Yeah. I think to an extent, Doug, kind of go off that, like, sometimes I like to invest in things that I specifically don't like so that I'm not tempted to hold on to it. Like, we try to look at things strictly from an investment standpoint, like, and to kind of use the Monster High dolls as an example. Like, I don't like that. I don't want to like that. I want to look at it from, what can I make the most money off of? And you can look at it from investing in the stock market. Like, you can invest in stuff that has a really safe rate of return that you're not going to make a ton of money off of, but, you know, you're going to continually make like little bits of money. Or you can invest in stuff that's high risk and high reward. I like to operate in the space where it's kind of in between that, where I know that there's a really good chance that you can make a decent amount of money consistently. And I think this stuff, Funko, is as good a rate of return as anything. It's as safe as anything we've invested in.
Matt, what about this as an example? Like, instead of saying I'm going to invest in a safe, low risk, or a super risky high return, why don't you use your information in front of you, mitigate the risk, make it a low risk, likely high return investment? Yep. That, to me, is the smartest thing to do. And people leave it out like that's something that's totally impossible. And I've said this in the Discord, and I'm going to say it here. I think investing in these types of things is a bit of an oxymoron. Like, you got to be aggressive, but you also have to be patient. Like, that is, when the iron is hot, you strike hard, and then continue to be patient until something else comes along. There's no reason to throw money at dumb things just because you want to throw money either. Be smart. Yeah. And I think that's where I operate, is just look at things, I research things. And look, I paid $33, 32 something change for a legendary, right? What's a $30 investment? Like, really, in the grand scheme of things, not much. But the return was there, so.
Exactly, Doug. It's not a huge investment. You're not spending thousands of dollars on it. It's just not, you don't have to. And the other side of it is, like, when you compare this to Kickstarters or something new, Funko is a publicly traded company. Go read up on them. Go check them out. They are, like, pretty legit at what they do, and stuff like this makes me feel very comfortable with that. You can see their sales trends. You can see that they're still doing well with the public. If Funko's still a brand people desire. When you look at some of these Kickstarters, you're kind of the truth is whatever they tell you, and good luck.
That's true.
Hopefully they're being honest with you, because it'd be very easy. You have a lot of motivation to lie in these Kickstarters. So,
well, Mark, here's another thing I just want to throw out there. That's a great point about the Kickstarters, and I want to touch on that. A $33 investment in a Kickstarter. What the hell are you hoping to make out of that? Like, honestly, what would a great return on investment be on that versus one of these Funkos? Like, what type of return are you expecting to get on these? And I'm be honest, Matt and I, we jokingly said it, like Maelstrom, like, oh, we're gonna quietly double up. I mean, I hope there's more money there in Maelstrom, but I'm willing to accept that there's probably not going to be. And it's one of those things. Like, I know people want to get into these Kickstarters because hopefully you hit the MetaZoo home run. But if you don't, what's your goal? Like, what are you trying to make out of it? You have to honestly have a goal and be ready to sell at some point. And that's the thing. A lot of people jump into these investments like there's no goal, Mark. There's no end.
Oh, they're going to hold them because it's going to moonshot. You don't understand. This is the next Bitcoin. This is going to be
right.
My card's going to be $15,000 in 5 years. I'm not selling this. And it's like, well, the game.
Your card's going to be better than Charizard. Like, well, that's the question. Like, do you think your card's going to do better than Charizard? Do you think your card's going to do better than the Blue Eyes White Dragon? Like, when the world wakes up and everybody kind of comes to their senses, no, it's not. Your card's not going to do better. Short term, you may be able to get a quick pop, so be ready to move. Mark, what you made on your Mothman is probably going to be the record forever. Like,
for a long time, Doug. For years, dude.
I don't see it breaking that. I literally don't see it breaking that. And I don't even know what to say.
Perfect Storm. There was some sort of fake rumor about it being really limited or something. I don't even know what the hell happened.
No, they were all selling. All that happened was every single that weekend, Mark. I remember it like it was yesterday. We were watching them and they were just all selling. and people kept coming with offers for marks, and like, the price was crazy, but they kept coming with offers. We kept saying no, 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 no. And then finally, when we were the last PSA 10 sitting there, Mark was just bought. It was just bought for an insane price.
Perfect storm. Perfect storm. So, yeah. So,
and if you're hoping for that every time, good luck.
No.
Good luck.
Yeah.
And it's something, this is something it seems like you can make if you pull it well, but these are kind of like these sneaky Funkos are no longer sneaky, guys. Like the cat's out of the bag. People know. You could tell by the Nickelodeon thing where it's just to get in line, you could only get in once or twice. Everyone, when I was doing the retro comics, I was able to get in 5 times. So people know about this now. It's harder to get them. I think it's going to continue growing, and it's just going to be like, if you're able to score these, man, you're getting rare Funkos that other people struggle to get, that go to cons, that enter raffles, do all this crazy stuff to get them, and here you are sitting at home having an ice cold beer, and you're pulling, multiples. So, you could do
That's a good example. I mean, that's a great point, Mark. What is like the additional costs to you doing this? You're not driving anywhere. You're not really wasting any time other than what you're sitting in the damn queue for. There's I don't know. There's so much more money here than I think people are willing to or people who realize right now. Maybe people are willing to accept it, but they just don't realize it yet. There's so much money here. This is going to become such a flooded market with buyers at some point once people figure it all out. That do all you can now would be my advice. Do all you can now to get these while it's still a little complicated for people.
Yeah, and one last thing I do want to point out about why I think this will take off. Here, there's 10 of them right here. And I'll just pull up. We'll do turtles. Market fee 6%. They get 6% of every sale on the Atomic Hub. 6% forever. This is forever. This is just passive income. So yeah, okay, it might be this month there's not much going on sales volume wise, but you're getting 6% of everything forever. So this passive income is just constantly coming in. Companies freaking love that. If that grows to something substantial, that's a big deal. They will take note and they will hop on. That's what they want, is these passive things. We already created it. We're making money years down the road. So
we'll just look at their deal. So Mark, these are also Star Trek, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Nickelodeon. This is all deals with Viacom. Like this is all of these Viacom deals. And honestly, think about all these other really cool Viacom properties that could be coming soon, because it sure seems like Viacom understands that there's money here. And so think about all these big properties that could be coming soon and how much bigger this can get. And think about I got in on the Nickelodeon when they were still only 1,600 instead of like 4,500, which they end up being because there's going to be such a big demand. I think that there's something to be said for these early releases. It's just like NBA Top Shot, like that Series 1 stuff. Like it's an NFT, it's a basketball NFT for those of you who don't know what it is, but Series 1 stuff's super expensive and people weren't really clamoring for it when it first came out, but then it blew up. I see the same thing here. Once these physicals get in hand and you get listers and sellers who know how to describe what they have and explain it, people are going to be, number one, curious about what the hell they are, do a quick Google, see they're legit, but number two, they're going to drive the secondary market. And once the secondary market gets driven up, you're going to see more people like us who are like, I got to get in and buy stuff and flip stuff. And if you have the older stuff, you're going to be very pleased. You're going to be very happy.
Yes, and especially over the older stuff because you have a little bit of a war chest built up. Maybe you have 100 of these. You have so many of these NFTs built up that you already have your wax balance, or you have NFTs that you can sell to create more and more wax balance too, or Mars NFTs, or whatever it is to make these better sets quicker, faster, better than everybody else who's new to this. You're not new to it. You've been doing this for 5 sets now. I got so much shit. I'm good to go. So,
well, that's it, Mark. That's an interesting. K Hendo makes a great point, actually. Like, why have $1,000 tied up in a Kickstarter when you could be actively buying and selling with that $1,000 now if you're able to get it into wax, or you can go ahead and take a few steps and actually do get it into wax. Mark, $1,000. Let's say you could buy $1,000 worth of promos. Let's say you could buy, let's say 7.
Are you kidding me?
6 to 7 promos of Ember.
I would do it.
That's the rookie. Would you? Yeah, exactly. Right.
I would do that. I would do Spock or something like. I'd pick the ones I like too, and I would do Hot Wheels probably. I would do all sorts of stuff. Yeah, I wouldn't. I would do all sorts of the physical redeemables. I would be on. I would really would. And it's
what
tempting.
helps double. What helps double with all this stuff?
Yeah.
is you forget, Mark, there are NFT collectors who are taking the coins, keeping them out of burning.
Yeah.
And and there's just NFT collectors who just do that. NFT collectors can be Nickelodeon fans too. I mean, that's the thing, is like they're Nickelodeon fans, not Funko fans. They don't give a shit about Funko.
No. And they'll just build the NFT set. Yeah, they don't care. They're like, we're just going to.
Mark, this is a weird thing that we're in here, like right at the tip of the spear, gang. And there's still time for us, no matter even the next drop, because I'm thinking whatever the next drop will be, we'll probably keep the same rarity levels as far as print runs. Like, keep riding this until they start raising them, and then you kind of be smart and readapt. But right now, people are still confused about it. You look at their Twitter where they post about it. People have no damn idea.
Oh,
and they'll look.
Yeah, as soon as you mention NFT, people get upset. People get there is this barrier, because they think of it as, they don't understand the physical redemption part of it. They're just like, oh, you just got a bunch of crap. It's like, no, really, I'm buying a raffle ticket, and the losing tickets are these NFTs, and I just have a bunch of losing tickets. That's what these are. People will buy my losing tickets. I don't really care about them, but some people do. I want those winning tickets. So, you just think of it that way. And I think that when you mention NFTs, people get upset. That's why Mike is doing that private discussion with the NFT holders, just because you can't have that in the open. People just get upset. People just lose their minds, when
start heckling them a little bit.
Yeah, and maybe Mike needs to break some news to the NFT folks, like, hey, we might be doing a Funko Digital drop in wax, and they're like, it has nothing to do with the NFTs you bought. That's a whole another side of the blockchain world. So,
and they won't protect you. They're not going to help you. Like Wax and Funko will be like, oh, let's let these NFT people jump in. No, they're all about fairness. There are no tiers to this. It's everybody's in the queue together. It's fantastic. That's why people are there, guys.
And I would recommend reading about Wax. William Quigley, I believe, is their founder. He's a very interesting guy. He does a lot of speeches and stuff like that, and he'll shit on things like Vive and stuff like that. He's like, Vive isn't real NFTs because you got to use Vive diamonds. This is dumb. You can't move it out. With a Wax one, you could transfer that anywhere. It's in Wax now. Do whatever the fuck you want with it. That's kind of his side of it. The whole DeFi of it. Like, if you're interested to learn more about it, do it. I encourage you, because I think there's a lot to learn. It's new. Don't be afraid of it. I mean, get your head in there and trust yourself. You're smart. I mean, if you think it's good, believe in yourself. Or ask in the Discord, and, we'll set you straight.
Believe in yourself. Mark, I like to believe in yourself.
Well, I want people to believe in themselves too, because the whole thing about low rent attitude, stuff like that. No, go big. Just believe in yourself. Like, don't sit around a Whatnot stream for a $2 pack. You're better than that. Like, believe in yourself. So.
Oh man,
that's my
Mark
follow us. Yeah. Get in at the tip of the spear, and then you'll be having your own fucking Whatnot stream. I always say that you could buy all these fucking Funkos, do your own Whatnot stream. So.
Well, Mark, you're not wrong. I mean, heck, what about Babelex? Like, right? What about getting in early on Babelex? There's tons of stuff that comes up.
My guy.
Guys, monthly? Like, did we think we'd be buying digital Funkos and Babelex to start 2022 4 or 5 months ago? No, certainly not. But it's there, and there's things that come up, and got to get interested in them or not be interested in them. But you have to make a decision, and you have to base it on something. And Matt, I think you agree. These are pretty handsome elephants.
I would say it's maybe my favorite elephant I've ever seen. I mean, I was a big Dumbo guy back in the day, but these are a little more tangible.
Who's got a suit?
The Prince Sheik of Dubai, he's got a Chanel one, a Supreme one, a Gucci one. I mean, this guy is with all of the top model or top designers.
Well, that's it, Mark. This dude, it's funny. Like, money follows money, right? The
Absolutely.
Dude's hanging out with rich people. He's got expensive taste, expensive things. Look, let's just get in on these coattails and buy these packs, gang. I mean, this isn't anything. We're not asking anything special out of it. Mark, like their One Direction.
Look, our guy. Hey, maybe Mike does have an in with them. Mike was like, should I send him an email? Like, yeah, hell yeah, you should.
How about that?
Steve Aoki. The Kardashian family. I don't know. I guess all of them. One of the One Direction guys. I don't know which one Liam is.
Chris Brown.
Sorry. Yeah, you throw him in at the end and you don't capitalize his last name. That's
we don't.
We're just gonna throw him at the end. If you don't like it, whatever. That's up to you.
Yeah. It's Mark. This is probably going to be. Hopefully, this goes down as one of our best investments of 2022. But this is by far my favorite, no matter what happens.
Yeah, I'm in. And he's a Willy Wonka type, so he has all of these special things. And then Maelstrom announced it in their Kickstarter, they're gonna put some tickets in there. Like you pull one, you get a free set of boxes. So you get like a set of 6 boxes if you get one of their golden tickets. And Steven asks, has anyone received their elephant cards? No, not yet. I have a shipping thing that doesn't update because it's French or something. I don't know. But I would expect to get it in the next week. So we'll see.
I'm very patient. These can come when they come. Okay, the closer they come to April, better shot I gotta wait like they asked me to.
Yeah, and it is the 7 wonders of the ancient world. So that's kind of if you know what they are, I kind of forget what they are. The Colossus of Rhodes, the
Lighthouse at Alexandria.
Yeah, right. The
Hanging Gardens of something.
yeah, I think there's a statue of Zeus or something too.
Pyramids. Did we say pyramids?
No, I don't think the pyramids are one of them. Are they?
Oh yeah, the pyramids are there.
The pyramids are. The Great Pyramid is. One of them is. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to, whatever. So there that is. Exactly. It's not updating. So the date they gave you on it, it's just the wrong. It's just like, I guess that's the date if you lived in France.
Very French. Yeah, I mean, I
who knows?
Look,
it might be going through French Canada for all I know. I don't know how this is coming in, so who knows?
Oh man. Oh my. Yeah, but let's Mark. There's still packs available, right? So if you're interested, gang, you can still do it. If you're just catching us and you're like, man, what are you talking about? Elephants comes to US about $50 for 3 packs.
3 packs. Buy 2 get 1 free.
Mm-hmm. So, Mark, my recommendation is that if you have $50 and just want to have some fun, I would think this is it. I would think This is the ultimate chase for me. This is each one of these packs is going to end up running you about the same thing. A MetaZoo Walmart box is going to run you. And those are just second edition Crypto Nations, so they're meh. They're okay, whatever. But these you can get a Bitcoin.
No,
you can get a little baby elephant.
You inspired. I have some money set aside. I'm going to bet on the Super Bowl. If I win, this is where the money's going. Absolutely. I've already made the decision. If I hit the Super Bowl,
nice.
This is where we're going. Are you guys doing the coin toss?
Is that what you're betting on? The coin toss?
Oh, no, I'm going to bet on a few things, but the coin toss, you got to take it. Tails all day. So.
Yeah, I mean, look, dude, this is Mark. I'm betting on it, on everything weird. If I'm following in your footsteps, I'm just going to do everything, all of the weird props. Like, right, isn't National Anthem duration one of them normally?
I think so.
Yeah.
But there's always controversy with that.
Who is it? Do we know who's singing it?
Ooh.
It's a country.
Oh, man, I don't know, guys. Country singers usually come in, get it done, get out of there.
I did see Snoop Dogg bought Death Row Records again.
Death Row, yeah.
So he will.
Was that a wager?
So I think there's got to be some sort of Snoop Dogg Death Row thing at halftime, right?
Oh,
and he's a Bobblex guy too. So this is your halftime performer right here doing Bobblex stuff. And
Bobblex. Oh my! Maybe
shout
he's
out
going
to
come out with
Michael in Australia. I used to get the greatest cable channel thing, and I was watching the Aussie Rules football finale. And Good Charlotte did the halftime or something. I was like, Good Charlotte's fucking awesome. I didn't know they were big in Australia. It was really cool. They put on a hell of a show. So there you go.
They were in Not Another Teen Movie, if you guys recall that film. They sang
there you go. Lifestyles of the Rich and the Famous. There you go.
But Michael said somebody pulled a 5.4 million Satoshi. Now, is that from the Worldwide Edition, Michael, or was that the French?
That was probably the French.
Yeah,
5.4 million Satoshi. I don't know what the exchange is, but even at a dime, woo, okay.
Somebody's doing well for themselves. I'm sure it's worth something.
Man, I'm on sale. Okay. Maybe we'll be on the VI Play Club or something.
You think so? Think we're gonna?
I don't think this crosses over. Who knows?
I don't think they're gonna let us into that. But
wow,
Mark, I'm very excited about this. This is a very interesting project, guys. So again, it's kind of a fun risk. This isn't one that I would say bet your life savings on, because we don't know a whole ton about it other than you could see the history of the cards of these, because this set was done in French before, and those do well. So I'm assuming the Worldwide Edition is going to do well, because the Worldwide Edition cards that you do see pop up from time to time on eBay are doing well. So think about it, $15 for a pack. Guys, I think we're just seeing the 1 of 7 family, so the smaller, cheaper card of the family, get you about $7. And you're getting 6 more cards. So it's a smart investment based on the data. That's awesome.
And I think these look cool. So that's the other thing that kind of just, this catches my eye. Whether it's these, the artists and his statues or just the cards themselves, it catches my eye. So it's one of those, if it looks good, maybe trust yourself a little bit. And then when you compare about it, you don't want to spend, don't overextend yourself. I'll just put it that way. But Same time,
Well,
you do well.
Mark, again, it brings up an interesting thing. And Matt, I'd love to hear your opinion on this. For $15, can you name, honestly, a time in your life, $15, a better investment for a pack that you were thinking of? Like, for $15?
Well, I guess it depends, because there was a time in my life when I got really jacked up about buying an expensive pack of cards. You know that.
And that was $5.
Back then, it was $5.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, if I could sort out all the $15 packs I could reasonably buy,
Yeah.
this is probably the most fun one I could buy, because there's so many different options that can come of it, so many different things I can get, so many different uses and utilities. Like, yeah, I'm kind of with what you guys are saying. Like, if I come into money anytime soon, whether it's selling some NFTs, or some Funko stuff, or anything, I'm gonna buy more packs. I mean, there's no reason. There's no reason not to. Like,
exactly. It's fun, right? These seem fun for $15, Matt. Like, I'm just trying to, and I don't know, Matt. You've maybe been to a card show more recently than I have, but are packs even 15 anymore, or would that just be considered like a scrub cheap pack?
I have no idea. Like, the only packs I've seen are the stuff at like Target, and that's just like Pops baseball for like $4. So I think it's either like a $5 pack or like an $80 pack.
Yeah, and this to me would be on par with an $80 pack. Can I get a Bitcoin out of Pops Sapphire? No.
Yeah.
No, I cannot.
And because it's tied to Bitcoin, that's a barrier to entry, because a lot of countries are say no to this, and not USA, New Zealand, like all the English ones. No, not really. We're all cool with it. We have very loose laws on Bitcoin and crypto in general. So this is right up our alley.
Yeah.
Barrier to entry.
Again, guys, if you don't know what this is, Mark, post the Discord link or whatever. But if this is, you're just lurking back there watching, this is a thing, and don't be scared. Like, we talk about this. You're gonna go to Walmart and spend $15 on a freaking box of MetaZoo, or are you gonna take the risk? Don't be low rent. Don't be a low tier buyer. Just go get it, man.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, yeah, there it is, guys. I think we went through a lot today for a Hangout Friday. I mean, there's so much info. I mean, it's just coming out of us, guys. There's so much, like, there's plenty of money for everybody to make. You don't have to pay for somebody's Discord. You don't have to kiss somebody's ass. You don't have to do that. Just be smart. Trust yourself. I believe in you. You are bigger than that. You are better than that.
Mark.
Get on the tip of the
don't
spear.
forget,
don't be the ones,
Mark, mention the chips. Do they drop tomorrow, the chips?
Chips tomorrow.
Because he said okay.
It's tomorrow. What's 6?
6.
Mark is
Well,
mad
it
about the
says
time.
6 EST, meaning Eastern, but it should be EDT because we don't change the clocks for another hour. But that's fine. I'm not even going to get into that. But 6 Eastern, 5 Central, and Central is the best time zone
3
for
Pacific.
everybody. So,
3 Pacific.
and Pacific people right in the middle of the day Saturday. So hope you didn't have something planned. This is between dinner. It's early evening for me.
You know what's why a lot of people are using Saturday to go out for Valentine's Day, because they don't want to go out day after the Super Bowl is hangover situation and work day. So yeah, guys, there could be some people maybe missing because they're out on date, about to go on a date, getting ready. Be ready to strike for those of you who are hanging out.
Absolutely.
Like me.
Yeah. I'll do a Venn diagram of people going out for Valentine's Day dinner and collecting MetaZoo poker chips. That'll be a fun Venn diagram. I'll get people pissed off on that one. Oh, shit. I'm not going to do that Venn diagram. The guy who opened 50 packs and opened 50 more. That's awesome. He believes in it. Guys, I think we got it all. Is there anything else you want to talk about? We good?
No,
Everybody,
we're good, man.
have a great weekend. Enjoy the Super Bowl. Have fun. Believe in yourself. You're awesome.
Go Bengals.
You got great.
Go
Bengals. Awesome. And as we always
Cats.
say, guys, pull the big one.
one.
Peace. Good to see you guys. Take it easy. Look to see you Monday on Twitch. We'll be on Twitch Monday. Peace.
4:30.